Hey everyone, we're here today. We're going to talk about gated communities here in Palm Coast, Florida, and a lot of people asking about these because, you know, where I'm from in Minnesota, we didn't have a lot of those, and up north they don't have a lot of gated communities, but they do down in Florida and specifically here in Palm Coast, and we're going to talk about those up next, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Living in Palm Coast channel. I'm Bill and this is Dana, and we're here today to talk a little bit about what it's like to live in a gated community here in Palm Coast. And this channel is really all about what it's like to live, work, play, and retire here in Palm Coast. And we try to give you the kind of information that I think we wish we had before we moved here to Palm Coast. So, you know, if you're interested in checking out the area, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email as well. And also, you know, if you subscribe, that's great. And also hit that notifications bell and you'll get notified of any upcoming videos that we have. So with that being said, we're going to talk a little bit today about gated communities. You know, a lot of people that we talk to really are requesting that the gated areas, and they're doing it for a lot of reasons. One is, you know, they feel like there's a sense of community, obviously, but there's also the idea that it's a little bit more secure.
Mm-hmm. And uniformity, there's not, you know who your neighbors are going to be, and as they're not going to have their, you know, yards unkept.
Some people are like, no way, I don't want to live in a gated community, because with every gated community, you're going to have an HOA to deal with. So some people don't want to live in an HOA, and some people it really doesn't matter. Now for me, personally, I really didn't want to live in a community that had an HOA. I had lived in one in the past. I had rented in one here in Palm Coast. And, you know, some of the regulations they put on you are, I think, sometimes unreasonable. Now, some people don't care, you know. I mean, they like the fact that, you know, there's some uniformity and some rules and things like that. So some of the disadvantages and advantages of living in a gated community, one is you get a lot of them come with a lot of amenities. Mm-hmm. So what do you think about, you know?
Well, some of them have boat docks, you know, canoe areas,
right.
Of course, pool, beach access, golf courses. Yep. So it's great. And then the security that you get with the gate is another good thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's really nice too. You know, I mean, having the security, but also, you know, a lot of these have golf courses, you know, on property. If you're a big golfer, that's a big thing too. So, you know, there's pluses and minuses, and I think you just need to weigh, you know, a few of those things when you're thinking about, you know, do you want to be in a, you know, in a gated area? There's obviously good things and bad things. Now, the first area that we wanted to cover was the hammock. Now, the hammock has the original really gated area out there was Hammock Dunes, and that is probably one of the more exclusive and elite places to live.
Hammock Dunes, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's Ocean Hammock, and there was another one you mentioned too.
The conservatory. That's not on the beach. It's,
right.
But it's on a beautiful golf course, and that one is gated. But there's also a clubhouse that has a pool and whatever else is in the clubhouse. But you can't use that clubhouse unless you buy into their exclusive membership. Right. So even though it's in the area, if you buy into that conservatory, or you build in that conservatory gated community, you would need to have a pool of your own, or you'd need to buy into the golf and clubhouse amenity.
Yeah, so you know, I mean,
I think all these things are different.
They're all different. So all of these homeowners associations are, you know, different. They allow for different types of access, especially out in the hammock. There's, you know, you have Yacht Harbor. you have Ocean Hammock, you have Northern Estates, you have the Waterfront Estates, and so all of these communities are different, and they're set up a little bit differently, each one of them. So, that's why I always tell people, when you're coming here to, before you decide to buy anything, be sure to come down and, talk to us, and we try to help you, set you up so that you can get access to these gated areas, because really until you drive around them, you really don't know. And then also, when you're paying association dues, there's some of these communities that have quite high association dues. Now, you get some nice amenities, but still the association
Right.
dues
You
are
want to
a
make
little
sure
high.
it's worth it. And you definitely want to go into each one that you're interested in and see how far the houses are from each other, if you like that. Just what the houses look like,
Yeah,
the
how
style,
they feel, because some of these
maintenance
communities,
of the area.
the houses are really put together really closely, and some
And
are
some like
not.
North Shore, which is part of
Right.
of Hammock Beaches, they have really nice big lots,
Yeah.
and so
So everyone, I guess what we're saying is everyone's different, but the Hammock, just keep in mind that there are kind of 6 or so of affiliated properties within the Hammock, and that is one of the nicer, I guess, gated areas, gated communities
here in Palm
Coast. Now, the second one we want to talk about is Grand Haven. Grand Haven was established, I think it's probably started back in the early 1990s. It's very mature, and a lot of canopy around the streets
the
and
Spanish
things.
moss, the
Yeah.
mature trees,
Yeah.
the oak trees. It's everyone.
It's all developed, so
Yeah.
all the homes there. There's no new homes being developed there. But they have a wonderful golf course. They have
and nice pool.
nice
and
pool.
Bocce ball.
yeah,
Something.
they have all those activities. They have a restaurant on as well,
okay.
so that's kind of cool.
And
Yeah.
Grand Haven is not on the beach.
No.
It's over across the Hammock Dunes Bridge, toll bridge.
Yeah.
But I don't. There might be some views of the intercoastal in some of those homes, but there's not really any water access.
No, they have lakes and ponds and things around, but it's a huge development, and it's really it's sought after.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people like to live there because
Of how nice.
yeah, it is. It's
community
nice.
is
It's a
and
nice
activity.
sense of community there. So anyway, that's Grand Haven. And then down a little farther south is Plantation Bay. And Plantation Bay is another huge gated
And
development.
that's really South Flagler County.
It's almost
on
like
the
an
edge of
Ormond Beach
Volusia.
almost. And it's
Some
not
of
real-
the addresses are Ormond Beach.
Yeah.
And it's a huge development that's been around, or pretty fairly new within the last 10 years.
Yeah, they're still building homes there. So,
And they have condos, and all different price ranges and houses.
Yeah.
And it's huge.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's more south. And then I would say Palm Coast Plantation is one of the newer
That's right.
gated communities to Palm Coast.
Yeah.
And that one you do have a pub, a community boat launch dock,
Yeah.
because it is on the intercoastal, and some of the homes are on the intercoastal. Some on one side, the other side they're not. It has a really nice clubhouse with pool and tennis courts, I believe. And so that and it's gated. It's there's homes being built in there. There's still lots available.
Yeah, there are lots
Just like
available. There are lots
conservatory.
available on the intercoastal as well. And then, so these are like the larger of the communities, out there. Another one out by the beach here is that Matanzas Shores. And Matanzas Shores has a big high-rise condominium as well. Again, it's a big development. There's actually brand new homes from KB and another bigger developer out here, but those sold out right away, and
they have a dock
Yeah.
and a pool, a clubhouse, and then you can cross A1A to the big condos, and that's
Right.
where your beach access is.
right. And then I guess there are and then kind of our last point with the gated communities is we want to talk about all of the smaller gated communities out here, and there's tons of those around.
We couldn't talk about all of them because there's tons of them.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
There's some on the island, like there's one little one called Beach Haven.
Yeah.
It's very secure. You have to put your ID in to be able to get in that gate. It's guard gated all the time, like a lot of 24-hour, like a lot of them here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because, you know, people who are from up north and aren't familiar with the, you know, when you go to see your friends, for example, when I go and visit some of my friends, you know, you have to leave your name at the gate and make sure that, you know, you're there. And then, so that's one level of security, I guess, with some of these gated communities. So they actually have the guard at the gate. Mm-hmm. But then another level of some of these communities just use either a touchpad to get in as far as like a code, or some have where they you have to show your ID and it goes in and it sends it off to the security cloud or security people up wherever, and then they give you approved. They actually call the homeowner, make sure that you're on the list and you're approved to get in. But you know, people right now, I think, have that in mind. You know, as far as like having peace of mind.
Choices here. You have the larger ones, and you have also the smaller ones.
Yeah.
You have river access, ocean access, golf course, and so you have so many choices based on what you like and the lifestyle that you want.
I mean, some of these, like Riverwalk down here, some of them only have 25 or 30 homes in them, but they're gated. They're a gated area, so just gives you, I think, a lot of people have that sense of neighborhood, that sense of you know, the fact that it's just a little bit more secure.
You know, it's always important with these homeowner associations, if you're interested in moving to one of them, to get their bylaws and their restrictions. And
that's really
important. There can be a
important.
lot of different things. Some even limit the number of pets you can have or the breed of animal. And these are homes, so you think that's typically condos, but not
necessarily.
Here.
So they do have restrictions, and it's really good. You know, I've heard of people running in, you know, where they've bought a place and they've figured out that they're, you know, that the homeowners association didn't agree with them on this, that, or the other thing, and they end up kind of disappointed. So those are good things to watch out for sure.
Well, thank you so much
for you go ahead.
Listening.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
And tuning in, and we're going to do another video shortly. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as this one.
Yeah, thanks again for tuning in to the Living in Palm Coast channel. And you know, again, you know, Dana and I are both realtors down here in Palm Coast, and we love hearing from people you know, who want to come down and check out the area. So, you know, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email if you're interested, and, you know, hit that notifications bell. You get notified anytime we come up with a new video. But thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you got a little something out of this latest video on gated communities.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.